Hello, my friends. See if we are live, which I think we are. Hello, my friends. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angela, and I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. Hi, my chats. I'm a WoodUbending retailer over here in Frankfurt in Germany. And when you join me, just let me know where you're watching from, and and say hello to me. And even if you watch replay, put hashtag replay in the comments so that I know that you watched the video. That's always nice to see who is joining. Hello, WoodUbend. Thank you for having me. So, cheers, coffee. It is 8 p.m. over here in Frankfurt, but I can drink coffee any time of the day. So I like my coffee. Guys, tonight we are going to put some little details onto this bar card, which we started yesterday on the Dixie Belle page. And I've chosen for the details the leafy scrolls 2437, which are those. They come in a pair all the way around. They come in a pair, and they're pretty cute, and I think I want to put them on the legs up here. And I also want to put either the crown or the lion head on top. I think I'm going to go for the lion head. So do you see the same way? Just let me know if you want to have the lion head or the crown, because I think, hi Kari, thank you for joining me in Atlanta. Nice for watching us. Because I think the crown I want to put in the middle up here under there. So this is the plan. Just shoot me on the legs, the lion or the crown. Just let me know. And this is basically the plan what we are going to do. For those who don't know WoodUbend, WoodUbends are made out of wood. They are, when they are cold, they are solid. And the amazing thing about them, when you warm them up, they get nice and bendy. So you can even bend them around corners or bottles or whatever. So this is a great benefit of those, and you don't damage those at the time. While when you work with paper clay or something like that, if you want to move them around something, they have to be still wet, and when they are still wet, when you push it on them, you damage them. So this is a nice thing about the WoodUbends. You can warm them up, you can put them on any surface, on any curve, whatever, and you're not damaging them at the same time. So before you can paint them, also, they behave like normal wood. You can paint them, you can stain them, you can, when they're cold, you can drill them, you can sand them, and when they are warm and nice and bendy, you can you can cut them either with some scissors, depending how thick it is, or with a cutter knife or something like that. So this is great fun working with them. And for painting, I've chosen from Posh Chalk, the Posh Chalk pigments in copper. This was basically chosen yesterday by the Dixie Belle guys, that the accents are going to be in copper. So we're going to use that. Hi, Anne. Thank you for joining. Kari, the crown is the number 1171, 1171. So I've got everything written on the board back here. So if you have any questions, just put it in the comments. If I don't see it straight away, because the comments obviously scroll up, just then I don't answer it straight away. Put your question in again, and I see if I catch it. If I'm not catching it, I'm going to go through the video later on anyway to see if I missed anything. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to bring you a little closer, because it's not interesting to watch me. It's more interesting to watch what I'm doing. So Instagram, I've got Instagram running also. So I'm just going to get you a little closer, guys. And we're going to get going. Just Give me a second. Have you down here. It's pretty good. And now WoodUbend is going to come over here also. And a little further down. Sorry, guys, it's going to be a bit bumpy. But I want you to see what we are doing. I think this is more interesting. I think now it's going to be a little more up. And like this. I think you can see pretty nicely like this. So I've got the pigments from Posh Chalk. They are in powder form. So this looks like, yeah, it almost looks like liquid. It almost looks like liquid, but it is in powder form. So the camera is always playing tricks at me. So this is that. And I'm using, to mix them in, I'm using the top coat gloss from Dixie Belle. Hello, Birgit. So always a little bang. It's a good thing nobody is living underneath me. Don't know why this doesn't open up now. Should have tried it before. This muscle is working again. That's the only thing I didn't try. You know, when I do my lives, it's always one thing I'm missing. And this was like trying to open this. But we are going to get it. If you have something happening like that with the Dixie Belle jars, just go with a screwdriver under the lid and lift it a little bit, and that should get it going. There you go. That's it. Problem solved. Now you could see that also how this is going to work. Okay, this is pretty much mixed now anyway. I'm going to mix it a little more to make sure it's all nicely mixed. You can use any top coat, but I found that the satin doesn't work very well because it is too jelly and too white from the beginning on. It's dry and clear, but it's not mixing up as nice as the gloss. And I'm not using the flat because I want to keep the nice sheen of the pigments. So, and then you just grab like a little, and you can add it to your top coat. I'm going to put some more in there. And this is basically up to your own, how rich you want to have the mixture. So now I'm just mixing it up. Take my finger out of the way. So this is just nicely. The camera is playing tricks at me. So there we go. There we go. And this is like this nice coppery color. You can see that on Instagram also. Mix it up nicely. And if it's not rich enough, you can put it, when you put it on your project and it's not rich enough, you can always put some more on there. And I'm mixing it basically up with an artist brush I'm using. So, hi Norma, thank you for joining me. So, I'm going to paint them beforehand. You can paint them after you've put them on, but I'm going to paint them beforehand. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my artist brush and I'm just going to go over it, and you can see the beautiful coverage already. So let's see if that works better. So that's better. There you go. And then I'm going to heat them up. I've got the griddle down there and I'm going to lay it on the griddle so they can get nice and warm. And during that time, I'm going to paint the rest of it. The reason I'm using an artist brush for it, so I can get in all the nice details, those beautiful details of those scrolly, leafy scrolls. It's so beautiful. Let's see. And the nice thing about this top coat gloss is also from Dixie Belle, it dries pretty quick. So especially when you put it on the griddle in a minute, it's going to heat up there and dry even faster. Look at this. How beautiful is this? Nice and shiny, just lovely. So hang on. I'm going to drop that down on the griddle so it gets nice and warm. To apply it to your project, you use regular wood glue. Nothing special, just regular wood glue. And it doesn't matter which surface you're putting it on, you're always using wood glue. I think I'm going to turn it a little bit like this, and yeah, that's better. So even if you put it on metal or on glass or something like that, you always use wood glue. So I'm not worried about getting it onto my fingers, as the top coat from Dixie Belle is water-based and I can wash it off right off later on. So, and it wouldn't be me painting if I haven't got my fingers and my hands covered in paint. So I don't want to disappoint you. So guys, if you have any, thank you, Kari, that's sweet. So the reason I'm putting them on the griddle is that I want to make sure that they're nice and warm and bendy, and I can snuggle them nicely onto the surface, because whatever surface, even if you have like a mirror or a window or something like that, some glass, it always, it's never completely flat. Even you think it's flat, now we're going to come to the lion head. Even you think it's completely flat, it's always a little, you know, wonky or whatever. And when it's nice and warm, the WoodUbend, you can snuggle it nicely onto the underground. So it gets good contact in all areas. So it's going to stick perfectly on there later. Isn't that gorgeous? This is so pretty. Such a pretty thing. Lion. You can put a second coat on there. I'm just going to be generous. It's going to sink into all the nice details. Also get the crown prepared. So did anybody say what we shall do? Don't think so. So I'm going to put the crown in the middle. I'm going to use the lion heads on the legs. Paint the crown, same thing. Just run into all those nice details. It's just pretty. I just love those things. They're so versatile. You can do loads of things. There's like corbels and stuff like that you can put on, especially on the legs. But I wanted to have on this one. Could I put that same mix on hardware that is brass? It's a good thing you're asking that, because that's a great question, Anne. It's a great question. Hang on, I'm going to put that down on the grill, because I actually got some hardware here, which is brass. And what I've done with that, I've put a coat of Dixie Belle's Slick Stick on there, which is like a bonding primer. it's water-based, so I like to use that one. And you can obviously paint that also, and this is what we're going to do, because that's the hardware we are going to use for the... So there you can see I probably need a little more pigments in there. That's what I'm going to do. You can adjust the... You can basically adjust the texture of the pigments on how many pigments or how much you put on of them into your top coat. This looks so yummy. I mean, this is so gorgeous. It's like liquid metal. So pretty. Look at that. So pretty. So let's see if that makes any difference. It should. Yeah. I'm gonna need 2 coats. I could put some more in there, but I think that's fine. I'm gonna put on 2 coats. And this is going to be aged at the end with black wax. Painted from the inside also. I mean, obviously you won't see that, but even so, you know, somebody, as I said, it's a bar cart. If somebody's laying under the cart because he had too many whiskeys or whatever, I don't want them to see the white underneath. So, okay, let that dry for a moment. I'm gonna have a second coat of that. I'm going to paint another lion head. And also I'm going to have the scrolls, one on here and one on the side. We start with the front. Paint another one. So. That's it. So another thing you'll need when you apply WoodUbend, you either need, you don't need acrylic. That's the first thing. You don't need acrylic. You just need something basically to warm it up. It could be a hairdryer, it could be a heat gun, it could be a embossing gun, whatever you use, you just need something to heat it up. I've got acrylic also because it prepares, or it makes it a little quicker for myself. You know, it prepares the things a little. Yeah, Birgit, you're the one under the bar cart. Okay. We've got to have a drink together, I guess. So Birgit is from Germany also, so I'm sure we meet up one day. Okay, put that on there also. I've got for wood glue, I've got Tide Bond, which is a regular wood glue, and I'm just going to pour a little into the bowl from my cat. Let's see. Just a little in there. It makes me easier to work with it. And I've just got like a cheap chip brush, for, okay. Oh, hi Linda, hi to Annapolis. So guys, if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, let me know. Try to answer that straight away. So now let's see. Let's start with the first lion head. So it's obviously a little hot now, so you can see it's nice and bendy now. You can bend that. It's and when it cools down, it's going to stay in the shape you've just put it in. So that's also me. Oh, there it is. I've got everything prepared, you know, and then I take it to my hand, I put it to the side, and I forgot where I put it. That's absolutely fantastic. So, wood glue. Apply it on the back of your WoodUbend. You want to put on the surface. You can be generous because you can wipe excess glue off. The nice thing about wood glue, or I think most wood glues anyway, they are water solvent, so you can take them off, or you can wipe it off with some water and stuff like that. I've got some baby wipes. Yes, for me, usually baby wipes and my Mr. Bottle are my secret weapons while painting. Do you have any secret weapons when you're painting? What you don't want to miss when you're painting? So, just got it on. Now I'm going to come in with my heat gun. Sorry, this is going to be loud now, guys. It's just going to be a little loud now. I'm warming it nicely up now. Again, to make sure it's nice and bendy. Oops. So I can squash it nicely onto the surface and make sure it gets good contact. Especially when working with a heat gun, you've got to be careful because that thing gets really hot. And I know what I'm talking about. It wouldn't be the first time I've burned my fingers. So now you can squash it nicely onto the surface. And as I said, you can paint those WoodUbends beforehand, and you can paint them afterwards. So if you want to have like a clear or like a clean edge, you paint them beforehand. That's what I've basically just done. So now I'm going to grab one of my leafy scrolls. So there you can see better how nice and bendy this is, you know. So I'm going to put also here my wood glue on. And don't worry if the wood glue, if it's pretty hot, the thing, or, you know, also, you know, when the temperature where you're working in is pretty warm and the wood glue dries quickly on you, especially when you work with bigger pieces. The wood glue is going to be reactivated when as soon you put some more heat on there with the heat gun. So now I'm gonna have it this way. Yeah, I'm just going to place it underneath the lion head. This is where I want it to go. So I'm going to squash it on there. And when it's warm, you know, that's a nice thing, you know, you can really snuggle that onto the surface. So I'm just going to get some Q-tips. When you want to get into those detailed areas, you can use a Q-tip also to, let's see that nicely. I'm going to put it a little more down and you a little more over. You can go in there with a Q-tip and you can just wipe that off. This area also. This is basically like the first mess I'm taking off. And now I'm going to come in with my heat gun again. Warm it up a little. Don't char it. I'm very good at that also. Won't be the first time I'm charring my projects. So, some nice nail polish here. So you can snuggle that nicely on there. What do you think? That looks quite cute, doesn't it? So Then we're going to put the crown on the middle there. Same thing. It is nice and bendy now. You can just like move it nicely. So try some wood glue. Enough that it's so you know me, I'm not a measuring person. I always eyeball things. I'm going to have it, let's see, is that about the middle? What would you say? I think it is. I think it is. Press it on there. There's excess glue already coming out. You can take it off with a Q-tip. And then you take your hairdryer or your heat gun, whatever. You warm it up again. And then you just smush it nicely on there so it snuggles well onto the surface. There you go. Some more excess glue. Take that out there. I think that's about the middle. What's that? This is a drawer actually. So there's the handle coming on, and this is basically, there's nothing underneath there. So if you want to put some more of the make it a little richer, the color, or a bit dulled a little down because you've had, like me, the glue on your fingers. You can just like brighten it up again a little with the so, and then when we come in with the black wax, it's going to be nicely. Why doesn't it want to stick? This one is fighting with me. Oops, this one is fighting with me. I don't know why. I think I didn't have enough glue on there. I was wondering. There's not much like coming off. This happens to you, no problem. You get some more glue on there, and you start it all over. Press it on there. Probably didn't press hard enough. Put that to the side. So, don't rush the things like I sometimes do. Do as I say and not as I do. That's one of my main sentences also. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. You made it. Spot on in the middle. Thank you. So, okay, now there's some glue squeezing out on the sides. That's a good sign. Now we have enough glue on there, so it's going to stick better. And you also can see when you snuggle it onto the surface, there's more glue squeezing out on the sides, so that's working pretty well. Hi, Shirley. Glad you made it. So, guys, if you have any further questions, just let me know. So, just going to finish that one off in the way I want to have it later on. I've got the patina from Posh Chalk also. I'm going to use the patina in black as the base. Smells nice. As the base of this piece is also this Midnight Sky, which is like almost black. And you can go basically, I'm just using another chip brush for this one. And I'm going to go over it like this. And I'm going to wipe it back with my baby wipe. Just to leave it in the like in the details. This is the patina is really, it's like a gilding wax where you usually do it the other way around, that you enhance the high spots of your project. But I want to get into the low lights here. This is why I'm working pretty quickly. Dabbing it on there. And I'm working in sections. And I'm taking it down with a baby wipe. So it just stays in the crevices. I'm not letting it dry. So the products you can always use in different ways. You can do that with normal wax also. And there you can see how you get like this nice aged look. To have it nicely around those. Areas around the lion head and stuff. Get it on there. Just to give it this worn out, used look. So I'm not having much of the product left on the brush now. I'm just going around the mold now. And as I said, you can do that with furniture wax. Dixie Belle, for example, the best dang wax. And wipe it back afterwards. But you can do it also nicely with the patinas from Posh Chalk. Just to give it this nice, what do you think? Do you like that? Can I see some hearts placed from you guys if you like it? Could I also use the normal Dixie Belle black wax for the patina? Yes, of course. Yeah, that's what I said. It is, the patina is more like it's like a gilding wax, Birgit. Usually you would enhance like the highlights. You know, you can use it with your finger and stuff like that. When you just go over the, you know, the highlights and enhance those, you know, but I've done it basically the other way around now. So, and now we're going to do the crown in the middle. And I think then I'm going to let you go. And I basically just wanted to show you that if you haven't got all the products on hand for all ways to do something, there's always a way to do it with a product which is not really intended for it. So, baby wipe. So, and this is going to age the, the copper nicely down. That's basically what I wanted to do. Clean that brush. I don't want to have that much product on there of the patina, as I want to shade it just a little around the crown. And use the finger also to rub it in. Go over it again. Get too much on there. So now you come from a total bright copper to a more subtle. I'm just going to show you what it looked before. Can you see the difference? So this was like basically complete bright beforehand, and with the gilding wax it got this nice and aged look. Thank you, WoodUbend. Michelle, I'm a mind reader. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna come back into the screen now to say goodbye to you and say thank you that you joined me tonight. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, I'd be very happy if you sprinkle that to your friends also. That'll be absolutely fantastic. And I hope to see you next week again here. Again, my name is Angela. I am the owner and creative energy from Elfen and Helden. I'm a retailer for WoodUbend and Posh Chalk products and loads of other things over here in Frankfurt in Germany. If you watch replay, don't forget to put hashtag replay into the comments. And if you have any questions, you can do that later on. Also, I will check on them, or you can PM me, whatever. I'll be very happy to help you out. WoodUbend, thank you so much for having me on your page. Guys, you take care. You have a great day, afternoon, evening, wherever you're watching from. I really appreciate every one of you. And if you haven't done it yet, pop over to my page and leave me like that. That'll be great. Thanks, guys, for having me. Take care. Bye-bye. Cheers. Bye, Shirley. Bye, WoodUbend. Thank you, guys.